Thank you for coming back to the Seoul Dojo E3 show where we have Sony's E3 pre-show for their press conference. Now, Jay, Sony is definitely operating from a position of power, if you will. They're going to basically continue the trend of the exclusives rolling out last year. Horizon Zero Dawn, Neo, Nier Automata, goodness, there's so many. I can't even remember.
Yeah.
I can't even remember half of them. But there's been so many. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Now we are looking at Spider-Man, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, and Last of Us Part 2. They said they're going to focus mainly on those four. They're not they've been coming out recently in the last week and saying, okay, well, these are the new games that we're gonna have, but we're really gonna focus on these four games. Which of these four games are you super excited for?
So we have the Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, and The Last of Us Part 2, and then Spider-Man.
Yep.
Obviously, The Last of Us. I mean, I don't think that's really much of a question. It's really a no-brainer, for obvious reasons.
What a great game it's shaping up to be. We're probably going to see definite gameplay of it. When do you think it's going to be released, though? Do you think we're going to get it here in the window of 2018, or do you think it's going to be next year, or maybe even a couple years off?
Now what I was hearing was that they were looking to. I know they were definitely not a couple of years off. Then again, I mean, they may pull the plug and say, well, you know what? We want to really revamp up this game, really add a little bit more to it, until it feels just right. So, I say that maybe I would like towards the end of 2018, maybe around November, December. I hope they surprise us with that at E3. But if not, definitely next year. And I think next year they would probably try for a later year date more than early. They may have the game completed, but they may just try for a later year date. Typically, that's when a lot of these games are coming out anyway, or maybe midsummer. So who knows?
I think I like what you said. They might, kind of keep, because it's such a story-driven game and it's such an emotional game. They might kind of hold back a little bit and be like, okay, let's make sure we polish this up and make it look very, very right. I think Naughty Dog is just they are the perfect developer, and they're definitely gonna make this game super awesome. Bloodborne 2 was teased. This is kind of like a side exclusive. Bloodborne 2, we're saying it's Bloodborne 2, but it's a From Software game, and they said they've been teasing it, and we're hoping to get the official announcement that it is Bloodborne 2. But aside from that, let's look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man looks like it's going to have all these DLCs. Spider-Man looks like it's going to be one of the biggest games for September. And September's looking like a month that's going to be crazy. But Spider-Man, how good is it to kind of have a new Spider-Man game and only on PlayStation? How good is that for PlayStation?
It's fantastic. I think that now it's fantastic because a lot of people, I know that you spoke about it, and when we had KB on the show, he spoke about it. Speaking of the old Spider-Man's games, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. I think it'll be really fantastic. Now, if it did generate buzz, it's not really much from the movie itself, but just people being a fan of the Spider-Man series from, comics or whatnot. So it's really exciting if they can really pull it off and really make this, a top-notch superhero game, because we've both agreed that Spider-Man, when you look at it, it's top 5 in terms of superhero games. And so we're hoping to see that it shoot up to number 1.
So Jay, what is your hype level for Ghost of Tsushima?
Now just looking at it, and I know that you covered it pretty extensively here. I would say semi. I'm kind of just neutral on it, just because of not knowing too much about the game. But it does look like a game that, when they do give us any information, at all, it could be one that would just add on to these great PlayStation exclusives. So like I said, I'm just pretty neutral on the game.
Sweet. Also, last thing, we have Death Stranding. Death Stranding is Hideo Kojima, one of the legends of the gaming industry. He's finally coming out with his own game. Weird game, Jay. Very weird game. Very weird trailer. Are we going to see gameplay?
I believe so. I definitely believe so. I think at this point, well, I don't think maybe a snippet. I'll say maybe like a snippet,
Mm-hmm.
but it won't be anything to really go off of. It may probably not even be actual gameplay footage, you know what I mean? So it may just be, some randomized trailer, Sony trying to keep us on our toes as usual. Um
Yeah, I really do believe that because Hideo Kojima does take a lot of time to make video games. I really do believe your prediction there.
yeah.
What is your big prediction for Sony before we get off here?
I believe they're gonna announce another making of Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I know that you said that you don't
Sweet.
think so, but I think they will.
That's not a crazy prediction because that could really happen. I think that one might actually come true. There's a good chance that might come true. My crazy prediction is Crash Team Racing remastered for PlayStation 4. I would love that. It can rival Mario Kart any day, and
Mhm.
it's the reason that game is one of the reasons why I fell in love with video gaming. So, all right, guys, thank you for joining us back for the for our pre shows for especially for Sony. We're super excited for Sony. Jay, I appreciate you being back on here, and
Um,
we will see you guys during the watch along. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe to the Soul Dojo Gaming channel. All right, peace.